In our last session, we connected with the spiritual and biblical side of Rome. Now we're going to get up and close and personal with the incredible structures that have defined the city for thousands of years. Let's start with the one that you know about for sure, the Colosseum. It's an amphitheater that could hold over 50,000 spectators, built 2,000 years ago. Think about that. Without modern technology, the Romans built this massive, perfectly oval structure. And it wasn't just for entertainment, it was a powerful political statement. Emperors used it for gladiator contests, public executions, and even mock sea battles to show off their power and to keep the masses happy with bread and circuses. For many of us, the Colosseum holds a darker, more significant meaning. That's because some Christian martyrs were executed right here. When you walk through the arches and stand in the arena, you're standing in a place where people died for their faith. It's a powerful and somber reminder of the persecution of the early church and what they endured. Next, let's talk about the Roman Forum, which is right next door. This is the very heart of ancient Rome. It's the center of political, religious, and commercial life. Today, it's a stunning collection of ruins. It has temples and basilicas and lots of public spaces. When you walk through it, you're literally walking on the same ground where Julius Caesar walked and gave speeches and where laws were debated and where the Roman Empire was governed. It's basically a giant open-air museum, and you can see the remains of the Temple of Saturn, the Arch of Titus, the House of the Vestal Virgins. It's a lot to take in, so don't worry if you don't remember every single detail. Just being there and soaking up that atmosphere is going to be the most important part. Now, let's move on to the Pantheon. This one is a real treat. The Pantheon is an ancient Roman temple, but it's actually a church and has been for 1,300 years. What's so special about it? Well, it's its dome. It's an architectural marvel. It's made of unreinforced concrete, and for almost 2,000 years, it was the largest unsupported dome in the entire world. Now, the dome has a circular opening at the top called the oculus, or the eye. It's the building's only source of natural light, and it's an incredible sight, especially when it rains. The Pantheon is a perfect example of how Roman engineering was not only practical, but also beautiful. Let's not forget about the Roman baths, or terme as they are called. The baths of Caracalla are one of the most impressive. They were a huge complex with pools, gymnasiums, libraries. That's because they weren't just for bathing, they were also social hubs where the Romans went to relax, to exercise, and to catch up on gossip. It shows a very different side of Roman life, one that was actually quite sophisticated. Finally, we have aqueducts. These are these massive stone arches that you can see throughout the city. The Romans were masters of water management, which is really important if you think about it, that you have to have water coming into the city in huge amounts on a daily basis. They were a lifeblood of Roman civilization, supporting public fountains, the baths, and the homes. The fact that some of them are still standing today is a testament to the genius of their builders. So when you visit these places, remember to look for the little details, the carvings on the arches, the different types of stone, and the sheer scale of everything. They're not just piles of old rocks, they're monuments to an incredible civilization and a constant reminder of how much we owe to Roman innovation.